friends, and welcome back to Lemon Tree Corner. This week in the studio we are continuing on with our Haralson bags. We also have a finished project. Here is the French buttercream scarf. It's a shawl pattern, but I did it as a scarf, so yay, it's done. Which means we are getting started on a hat. Let's take a look at that. So yay, I love my farming bag. I made all these bags and then I was like, I'm keeping the farm one. So that's what I did. So here we are making, I think it's a fiber spider pattern. It's called the waffle, it's a waffle hat. So we have this very cool waffle pattern going on. It's about halfway done, so I'm excited about that. And I think after we're done with this, we're going to try and find a hat pattern to go with the pink yarn. And then we're back to the sweater. So finally getting back into the sweater. I can't believe I've been that distracted. So getting back into that, I was talking to a coworker about things to do with your free time. And I had mentioned, oh, crochet is like so nice and easy and you can make presents for people. So I'm gonna send her some beginner crochet videos. I'll also pop one down below if you don't crochet and you're interested in joining us. I have this one lady who goes over like all the basics of how to crochet, and then she also has some different stitches you can try. So I pretty much learned from her when I got back into crocheting as an adult. So I love recommending her videos as a beginner series for people. And very excited. So this video will come out right before the craft fair. So let me pop it up here so you can see. If you're in the LA area, I would love it if you would stop by. It's gonna be in Torrance and it's gonna be 10 to 2 on Saturday, March 16th. So I'll be there with a booth. My sister will be there. It was so sweet. So I was trying not to bug her about it, and I was just gonna try doing it on my own because it's an indoor space, and I figured as long as I can fit everything in my car, I can do it. And my husband will be here as backup in case I need help. But I don't need somebody to like sit with me all day and do it. And she's done like every other craft fair, so I figured I would give her a break. And it was so sweet. So, but my husband got a call for a gig that day, so he won't be able to be there. So I just texted my sister, hey, I wasn't gonna bug you, but would you be available for backup for the craft fair? And she's like, I already have it saved on my calendar. So thank you so much, Kelly, for being my cheerleader. I really appreciate it, and I appreciate all your help. It's just very touching to have you there in my corner. So thank you very much. It was just a great email to, or a text to get back that, well, of course, I already have it saved on my calendar. So in that spirit of preparing for the craft fair, we have all the Haralson bags cut and almost ready to make. I still have to cut out the Decovil and the zippers and things like that, but we made a huge dent last week. I'm finding that it's really two different things. When you make this many bags, it takes a whole weekend just to cut and prep the fabric and get everything ready to go, and then a whole nother weekend or maybe 2 weekends to make the bags. So we'll see what happens. I still have time. The only other thing I'm gonna do before the craft fair is the sachets, so should have plenty of time to get all of that done. So I would love to have you join along with me. So go ahead and grab yourself a water or a cozy beverage, curl up, and let's get these bags made.
Jump into the car on a Friday night. I wanna drive with you. Looking for a bar in the nearest town. I've never seen a sky so blue. We don't ever play it and the night is young. It doesn't matter what we do. There ain't nobody like you. Look so beautiful, and I'm so lucky to be yours. And you're taking me high. Ain't nobody like you. I'm not coming down. Ain't nobody like you. I could go 1,000 miles as long as I'm
back from Joann's where we got some goodies. So first off, I remembered I was going to get some flowers for this guy here. So I'm going to put those in there. I'll probably cut them down, but I just thought they were super cute. And these ones in here are a little too small, so I'm going to do that. And then we got a ton of fabric. So I found this cute fabric to go with this. I might only need a fat quarter for this project, but I do have more of this left over. So I will use it for something else if I don't use it for this. But very cute and very similar to the other one that I was using, so that's good. And for this one, I couldn't find an orange that was quite that orange. But I did find this blue that went perfectly with that. So we're going to do that. When I got to the store, I remembered, oh, that's right, I have a gingham. I have like a red gingham tablecloth type fabric that I already have that I thought might go good with this. I held this up to a red gingham in the store and I wasn't quite sure and I didn't remember what I had. So I went ahead and got a red anyway. I think it's a little too much red going on, but I think this would be a nice base. So if I had a stripe of that and then that up at the top for a project bag or a tote bag or both. And that way, if the gingham works, I can do 2 separate bags because I've just got a ton of this fabric now. So, okay, so tonight we are working on our waffle hat. It's coming along nicely. I'll link the video below. This is by Fiber Spider. So this is going to go with my St. Patrick's Day. I marked the first non-decrease round here, and this is kind of my starting point for each row, so, or each round. So we're doing that. So there's one round of the waffle, which is really easy because you're just doing front post and then double crochet, which is really easy. The next row gets a little harder because in order to get this ridge, you have to do a front post double crochet and then 2 back post double crochets. So that one's a little harder, but it just takes a little more concentration to get the waffle texture there. Okay, it has been a long haul trying to get all the pieces cut, the SF101 cut, the SF101 attached. We are finally to the Decovil. So we are going to cut out these pieces. I've got a few of the front flaps that are cotton, so I'm going to have to count those and pick out and cut out the flap for those ones. And for the rest of them, we have to do the front exterior piece in the Decovil. So I'm gonna go ahead and trace all of these out and get them cut. So I need 16 of these total. Sunday and we are back. I didn't want to attach all the Decovil and pile them up like this because then the Decovil wouldn't be lying flat. So I just did the first few, and in the interest of not boring you to death, I think I'm going to go ahead, save the big pile for later. We can attach the Decovil to those later, but we should start making something this week because I feel like otherwise it's 2 weeks of me cutting stuff out, which isn't great. So we are going to take these. I have to pick out a zipper for each, and then we have to pick out our webbing for each. So I don't really have a dark blue. Do have that one. I don't know. I feel like I'm just going to be using the main two for the majority of these. Also did not make a note about the zippers, so I don't know if the zippers are the right length, if we're cutting them. Yeah, see, she's using regular zippers. So I'm not going to cut the zipper yet because I don't know how long it is. Here's the finished product. Yay! It's so cute. So it's the waffle pattern. And then he just had us do a couple of rows of half double crochets. What I did was I did a row of half double crochets and then 2 rows of single crochets because the half double crochets looked very similar to the waffle texture, so it's a little confusing. I also thought maybe like a little picot would be nice, but I'm just going to keep this plain. So it turned out really nice. So I've got both now. Look very nice. I balled up the rest of the Valentine's Day yarn, and I gotta find a hat pattern for that. So it is Sunday, and as most of you know, I have a regular full-time job that I do during the week. So all of this stuff is usually done on the weekend in the bags, and I'm really struggling. I know I shouldn't have done 16 bags at once, but that's where we're at, is trying to make 16 of these bags. I have everything cut now and prepped except the webbing and the hardware and everything. And then I sat down to make the first bag and I'm like, I gotta watch the video because I didn't make any notes and it's been 2 months. And I know there were like a couple of weird things that she talked about in the video. I think it was the okra roots video. But so I'm like kicking myself now for not watching the video before I cut everything out. So that's where we're at. I'm in a little bit of a little girl protest mood right now. And so I finished that, even though I should be using this time to make the bags. I tend to set myself up to work on this stuff during the weekend and then give myself weeknights off, but I can always reverse that. So I think I'm just gonna give myself the rest of today off. We took the dogs on a walk to kind of clear my head and still not feeling great. So I'm gonna take the rest of today off. It's already like 4:30. So I'm gonna rewatch the video tonight, make some notes for myself. And then I think Monday or Tuesday or Wednesday night, I will make another bag, film that for you, so at least you have something to watch. Okay, I've rewatched the video. It is as easy as it seems. I don't know, I think I was thinking of a different pattern, so we are gonna get back into this. She did have one note about the zipper that she did differently. I'm talking about the okra roots video that I will link below. But the Noodlehead pattern does actually have the right measurements here if you're using zipper tape. So I did not need to watch that entire video for that, but I feel more comfortable having watched the video anyway before we start. So I did not cut anything incorrectly, so that's good to know.
I'm looking out from my window, sun's coming up like the day before. You're like a stone on my pillow. I don't make a sound when I shut the door. You don't have to wake up yet. We can spend all day in bed. I'll put the TV in the room. We'll have a Netflix marathon, Kenny G saxophone. We'll order in a bunch of food. I'll put your favorite music on, all the way baritone. Yeah. Shut the lights, go infrared. one single thing. You don't know how much I want you. Just looking at you.
Hey friends, well that's the end of another week. Let's take a look at what we have completed. We have our finished waffle hat. This was really fun to do. It was a little frustrating. Every other row is easy, so you have to do back loops in every other row, which was a little difficult. So put that on. It's very, very cute. And our matching scarf for St. Patrick's Day. So the full look of the Irish here for us. Very cute. And my hair just sticks out the end. So that's what it looks like. Yay! So very happy to have these in time to wear for March. And let's take a look at the bags we finished this week. So as you saw earlier, I was feeling very overwhelmed by cutting out 16 of these. I didn't realize how many I had until I cut them out, and then I was like, do I really need 16 of these right now? So we might not get through all 16 before the craft fair. We've got next weekend to finish these bags, and then the weekend after that we have to make the sachets and put price tags on everything. So we might not get to making all of these, but we have made 4 this week, which is way more than I thought I was going to get to. So we got this one, it's very pretty. We have our denim-y one. We have the Rifle Paper Company / Cotton and Steel. The reason I get those mixed up is because they're very similar. They're actually made by the same manufacturer, so that explains why I get those mixed up all the time. And then we have this pretty one. So very happy with those 4. We get the rest cut out and ready to go. It's just a matter of finding time to make them all. But I've got a nice quiet weekend coming up. We can hopefully crank all of these out. And yeah, that's about it. So thank you so much for spending time with me. I love you, and I will see you next week. Bye, friends.
You don't have to wake up yet. We can spend all day in bed. I'll put the TV in the room. We'll have a Netflix marathon. Kenny G saxophone. We'll order in a bunch of food. I'll put your favorite music on all the way baritone. Shut the lights, go in for